Out here in northwestern New Mexico, the landscape starts to look less like Earth and more like another planet. These strange rock formations and eroded cliffs are part of Angel Peak Scenic Area, where millions of years of wind and water carved the desert into towering spires and rugged badlands. Today, I'm riding this surreal landscape by e-mountain bike, exploring quiet roads, huge open views, and one of the most overlooked landscapes in the Southwest. Let's see what it's like to ride through a place that feels completely out of this world. So where is this place? It's called Angel Peak Scenic Area, and it's located in northwestern New Mexico. It's about 60 miles from Durango in southwestern Colorado and about 30 miles southeast of Farmington in New Mexico. The drive there is all on paved roads, with the exception of the last mile to the parking area, which is on a well-maintained gravel road off of Highway 550. You can see in this map how the terrain looks vastly different from the surrounding area. We'll park here at Angel Peak Scenic Overlook, where there's plenty of parking. And I found this route on Trail Forks. It's called the Sandstone Cycles Gravel Adventure, Angel Peak 30. The round trip is about 30 miles on varied terrain, which you'll see in the video. I downloaded the GPX file from Trail Forks, which I then uploaded to OnX to follow the route. Many thanks to Sandstone Cycles for the route. I wouldn't have found it without them. The route starts at the Angel Peak Scenic Area Overlook parking area and then heads down a dirt road. You'll soon come to this amazing landscape that looks like another planet. I was blown away, and I'm really surprised by how so few people seem to know about this area. I found it just by exploring some maps and set out to see it for myself. This region is managed by the Bureau of Land Management, BLM, and is primarily used for gas drilling and free-range grazing for cattle. And the terrain here is called Badlands, shaped by wind, water, and other stuff over millions of years. You'll notice tall rock spires and eroded formations known as hoodoos. The colors in the cliffs come from layers of sandstone, shale, and clay deposits. The rock layers here were formed over 60 million years ago during the age of dinosaurs, and fossils of ancient plants and animals have been discovered in nearby formations, and there's still ongoing excavations looking for dinosaur remains here. The landscape we see today was carved by erosion from wind, rain, and seasonal floods. The roads here are mostly gravel and dirt, making for a quiet and remote ride. And traffic is usually minimal, so it's a peaceful place for cycling or exploring. I didn't see a soul on a Saturday in February, except for my partner who I came with. And riding here feels like traveling through millions of years of geological history. You'll notice lots of gas pipelines and drills in the area. Most of these are drilling for natural gas. At one point on my ride, I came across a herd of cattle and somehow ended up herding them on the road. They kept running ahead of me, so finally I just gave up and let them get ahead to go where they're going. And there was a little baby in there, so I just stayed back as far as I could to let them mosey on. Well, actually they were running. I didn't want them to get hurt. But finally we went our different ways. And you can see to the left here where there's a wide wash. If there's been rain or snowmelt recently, this can flood really quickly and you're likely to get stuck. Be sure to pay attention to the weather, as there's nothing worse than that wet, sticky mud. Like I said earlier, this is a 30-mile ride in a loop. There's some uphills and downhills since you start at the top in an overlook, ride down into the valley, and then you must make your way back up to the overlook area. And the hills weren't too bad, but granted, I was on an e-bike. But I don't think the terrain is too difficult at all, with the exception of some sandy areas where I had to get off and walk my bike. And this video shows the route from the start of the overlook in order around the loop and back to the parking area. So what you're seeing is just clips of the entire 30-mile loop in the order that I wrote it. And you're definitely going to want a map with a GPX file showing you the route. Nothing is marked here in the Angel Peak Scenic Area, so you could get really lost without a route mapped. So be sure to do that before you get here. And at one point, I passed this water canal that seemed out of place. So I looked it up, and right in the middle of the desert runs this massive irrigation canal. It carries water from the Navajo Dam along the San Juan River to farms across the Navajo Nation. So it turns part of this dry basin into productive farmland. And you can see it if you look on satellite maps. You can see these canals in the area. And it's called the Navajo Indian Irrigation Project Main Canal. And the main canal system is about 70 miles long, so this is just a little section of it. And at the last 6 miles, you'll come through the Angel Peak Campground area. It's a campground run by the BLM, and some of the campsites have amazing views. There's vault toilets there if you need them. And I did a video of the Angel Peak Campground that you can also find on my channel, but it would be a good base camp if you're planning to do this area and you had to travel to it. So you could stay at the Angel Peak Campground and then do the loop, and then come back and enjoy the view in the evening. And then the last 6 miles are just along this gravel road on the way back to the Scenic Overlook parking area. And along the way, there's a few other overlooks, so be sure to check those out because they have some great views. And if you have any questions about the ride, feel free to drop a comment and I'll try to help you out if I can. So thanks for watching, and I hope you get to do this route and you enjoy it as much as I did.